Hello and good evening. It is 8:36 p.m. And why is there a black hole in the sun? And you know that we've seen the sun in lots and lots of images around the world on the live webcams and often in our own photos with a black circle hole in the center. It's not a perfect center hole, but it is a little like square like and looks like a tetrix at times. So why is that? I think that's a fair enough question to ask. Why do we sometimes see the sun with that black hole in it? Now, certainly that couldn't be a total black sun, although there is talk of a black sun. There really is. But on the FAA weather cams, there's images that have the black hole sun on it, the little black area in the center of a great big massive white sun. That's what we see, you all. So I want to come over here. I got to make sure I'm being heard. Hello, everyone. Hello there. Bang bang mucka bang. Yes, there you are. Hello, you all. Let me put this on the live chat so we can see all of these images. Hello, everybody. It's pouring down rain. Yeah, it looks pretty. Do I have a delay? I hope my voice ain't going really slow on here, you all. Yes, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at the webcams. Yes, we are. We're gonna go over there, and then we're gonna look at some other stuff too. So let's just mosey on over here, you all. Thank you. So look at this one. So this is one of theirs right here. Let's look at this. This is in Petersburg, Southwest. You can see right here. Voila! Look at this, you all. So we're gonna look at this. Let's watch this play, you all, because this is kind of interesting. While we got a black hole sun, and it's all right. We can look at it. We can look at the Oopsie, Gina, honey, can you push that button? I can push that button, you all. I really can. I am so sorry. That kind of gets embarrassing. What did I just see something? That's what I saw. Okay, that's what I saw, and it just like disappeared. Okay, that's fine. I've seen that. Okay, let's speed it up, you all, because we don't need to look at it slow. We've seen it before, but we want to see that black hole sun. Look at that thing down there just swinging up like a pendulum. It really does. It swings up like a pendulum. if you swing a pendulum. I don't swing a pendulum, but there are people who do. And so look at that. Look at that thing down there. Boom. It just swings back and forth. You all, I sure hope I'm on here like this. I really do, you all. I hope I'm on here. So we saw this one. That's okay. Say, oh, yeah, that's really neat. It really is neat. And if we come over to here, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to click. We can just click because there's really no reason why we can't just click. You can see the area that I went in right there, you all. Oh my gosh, I got to turn down the display and brightness on my cell phone because it is so super bright, you all. We're just going to look over here. I hope this is all right because this is what we're going to do. And then I don't let me forget to look at the other stuff about it. I'm just trying to find my channel over here. Okay, I have my channel. We have 130 watching. That's wonderful. Hello there. So let's look at this, you all. So if we go right here, what are we going to see? Nah, we don't see a sun right there. We're just going to do this because I think we might get a little bit lucky. I wonder what's in this one with the Southwest camera right here, you all. We can see what's happening in the Southwest camera. Do they got some sun images? They got some sun images. Let's see what this part of the sun looks like. See if there is a black sun that shows up on this, a black hole sun. Not yet. Come on now. Whoa, there it comes in right there. Look at that. We got a black hole sun. It disappeared, part of it, when it went under the mountain. Yeah, so it's like the king under the mountain. Look at that, you all. Look at that black hole. Look how it literally, look at them. This is wild. Is that not wild? The sun does not even that sun is even that big. The light coming from this area is this big, even with the mountain. Even with the mountain in front of that, how could that be possible if the sun was truly that big? Certainly, come on, you all. If the sun is truly this big in diameter, certainly when it came up against a mighty mountain like that, you all, a mighty, mighty mountain, when the sun came right up against it, surely that mighty mountain would be able to hide half of that sun. Wouldn't you think so? Because it looks pretty massive itself, this mountain does. So you can see the rays coming, you all. Let's make this a tad bit bigger, you all. This is going to get exciting. Yes, it is. So it's supposed to be really big. And common sense would tell me, okay, if I didn't have much common sense, I would look at that mountain and say, man, that sun is so big. But then if I didn't have common sense, I would not be able to rationalize why is it so bright if it's right in front of that mountain. If this is the whole entire sun and the whole then what's that? Then what's that, you all? What is this right here? Why is that right there? You know, that's what we got to ask. But that's okay. We can look at it, you all. We just want to look. We know that sun's really big, but that mountain should have hid half of this if this truly was the whole entire circumference of the sun, if the sun was that solid. Even if it was a big gas giant, a plasma giant, certainly half of the plasma would be behind that mountain. I really think it might. Where is this thing at, you all? Come on now, we gotta get this going. We really do, because it's so interesting. It really is. Look at that. It's half of the sun. It's still maintaining its shape. Look at that, you all. It's still maintaining its shape right there on the mountain. It's so wild. Oh my gosh, this is one cool image right there for this black sun, and I don't mean any disrespect, you all. I think it's kind of funny, and it's good to laugh. It really is. But I wonder what would happen if this little circle right here, if that little circle right here came down. Whoopsie, then we don't see the rest of the sun around the mountain. We see this image of it right here, but when this part right here goes down, whoopsie, it's gone. Okay, it's gone when it goes down. That's pretty good right there. That's a pretty good magician trick, pretty good magic trick, you all. Boom, just like that. I think that's really cool, really do. It looks like, wow, they got it going. Boom. See, that's okay. That is all right, you all. That is so all right. You all, I want to look at another one, because we gotta document this black hole sun, because I want to know why this sun has a black hole, a black circle in it. It's nothing like the black sun in the Viril Society, but you know, it's kind of close, maybe kind of close, you all. We can look at this. We can. I know we can. Let's look at this. Oh, we gotta find one that we're gonna see the image down here. No, you're too snowy over there, you are. We gotta find somebody over here to see if somebody. Oh, I don't like this one. This one don't look too pretty. Their camera don't look too good. Well, this looks like a different sun. Let's look at it just 1 second. It's a Southwest camera. We can look at it. Really, we can. Let's make it faster. We can go faster. Let's see what this looks like. See, this one looks totally different than the one with the black hole, because this one's got the pretty little pink triangles. Look at that one triangle up there in the sky. Wow, look at all the artifacts on that. Isn't that amazing? It's like kind of cartoony, you all. It is. It's a little bit cartoony with this one, you all. But that's okay. That's all right. Then I wonder if this is like not a circle sun in this one. Maybe this ain't a black hole sun. Maybe this is a pink triangle sun. It could be a pink triangle sun with like a green thing going up and down, you know, because that's what it looks like. Look at that. So yeah, we didn't get to see a black hole in that one, you all. We didn't. We got to get out of this one right there. I'm supposed to be looking at the black hole sun, and I don't want to go too long on this. I really don't. But that's okay. We can look again. I don't want to look at these. The blue images don't have the good cameras. They really don't. Oh, now this looks like this might be a pretty sunset. Let's see what they have with this west camera here in a level island. We can see. Oh, we're going to get to look at it, you all. We're going to push it faster. Let's go really fast on here. Did we already look at this one, you all? I didn't want to go that fast, but I did. Look at this. Let's see. There's no black hole in this one. I wonder why. Why does this one not have a black hole in it? Oh, that's kind of disappointing. It really is, because that one just vanished, rode off into the sunset, is what it looked like it did. It just rode off right into that sunset. Although it did have some pretty, it had a pretty thing right here. Look at that. Boom, a great big halo around it like that. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, you all. So we got to find one more image with the black hole sun. We really do. Just one more. We can do it. Yes, we can. We will do it. We're going to find another one, you all. We're going to push that button because we're way up here. Oh, we got another one here. Let's see where this one's at. This is Minx Island, the west camera. Let's look at the west camera in the Minx Island. Let's see about this. See if they got a black hole sun here. We're going to look really fast. It looks pretty, doesn't it? It looks pretty right there, and it's okay. Like to be out on that lake and a little relaxing. You see, that looks kind of big. Whoa! I think that one made a big flash. Oh, wow. See, now see parts of that. You see parts of that, how it went down. It had a big flash. And then as it went down, we didn't see the black hole center, but then it still maintained its shape at a certain point. It really did. It maintained its shape at a certain point. Whoa. Now, why would you want a flash like that? Why would this sun want a flash like that, you all? That's what we would have to ask. You did mighty fine right there. But then your next, so 1441. So your next frame was 1451. You got really bright. You got so bright right there. But as you went down, see, I would expect when this gets lower, I would expect that if it was a solid sun, that this part right here, we would still be able to see the mountain, you know, just like when the sun, now let's talk about this, just like when the sun, at the sunrise and sunset, when there's clouds and it goes behind the clouds. See, when it goes behind the clouds, guess what happens? Let me see if I've got an image of when it goes behind the clouds. I might just have an image, you all, so we can see what happens when the sun goes behind the clouds. I might have an image. Well, I got this image, but there's no sun right there in that one. What is that right there? Now, I know this ain't no triangle shape. Maybe it's something different. Maybe ships or something. Yeah, so this was taken at around my house. So, yeah, when the sun goes in front of the clouds, it would have, it's blocked. It's blocked because, you know, you would expect that it would be, yeah. So this right here, you all, I can't explain this because it doesn't do the same thing as when it goes in front of the clouds. Because if these are clouds and the sun, they're in front of the sun, that ain't going to show. It's not going to show that well at all. I don't think we're going to be seeing that right there. We are not. So yeah, that looks kind of strange right there. It does. Yes, it does. Now let's see if we can see any. We're going to go down here and look and see if we find anything down here really fast. We just can. No, you can't look at that one. You are. Let me make sure I push this screen right here because I just want to look. No, I don't want to look at that one. I just want to look for what on. That must be a light. I don't want to look at this one because they probably got a light going right there. Yeah, these are massive lights at maybe an airport or something, you all, is what it probably is. Monarch Pass. Let's look at this. There's all kinds of things right here. There are. And I don't really go over here that much. I don't. Although I did the other day. Look at this Wolf Creek Pass. Let's see if there's anything down here. Don't tell me that your camera is so they got clouds. They got clouds. Why did they get a green sky? You see that green hue? They got a green hue in their sky. So if that one is that one, let's see if there's anything on this one. No, you can't. They don't really got nothing going on here. They don't. It's too. There's nothing there, you all. The only black hole sun we see is up and around these areas. Is where it's at. Not right there, but let me shrink it back down. I won't be on here that long. I don't want to be. I just wanted to try a sunny image, but it's kind of hard to find one. It really is. There's so much snow. There's so much weather. That looks really wild looking. A Southwest camera. Haynes. Well, we got a little bit of sun here. Let's see if we got a black hole sun. We can watch this one too. Let's just see it for a moment. And then we're going to look at the black hole sun. Look how massive that is. That is so massive. That has got to be the most massive sun I've ever seen in the sky. That is wild. That is so wild. Is that not wild, you all? How massive that sun is? Let's look at this, you all. That's right, Sky Meadow. We got to make our eyes big. You can look how massive. It's like a perfect circle, practically. So, so massive. See, what's that little dip that to the side, you all? What is it? Let's look at it. I want to get one of the good, perfect, look like the big moon. You know, this looks like a moon. It really does. Look at that. Whoever saw a sun like that? A perfect circle without a black hole in the center of it. Now we got that with the black hole, like this. See, we got this, but then this one doesn't have it. But then this one does. This one doesn't have it, and this one does. So that's really interesting, isn't it, you all? Why do some have it and some don't? Although I really am fascinated by the pretty circle right there. I really am. So enough about that. I want to move on. I do want to move on from the FAA weather cams. I do. I want to come over here. So why would we have, okay. Why would we have a song about a black hole sun? So let's look at this, you all. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise, as no one knows, hides the face, lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench. Oh my gosh, summer stench, you all. This means like, yeah, I'm not going to say what that means. The sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come, won't you come, won't you come? Stuttering, cold and damp, still the warm wind, tired friend. Times are gone for honest men, and sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes a walking sleep, and my youth I pray to keep. Heaven send hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole song, black hole sun. So there's the lyric. Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come? Hang my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? So, so that sounds kind of eerie. It does sound kind of eerie, and I don't know if that was all of that. I really don't. Is that all of that, you all? Was that all of the lyrics to the Black Hole Sun? And why would they write lyrics like that? Why would they? So then we have, so I looked up, what did I look up, Gina, honey? I know you got this on here. You all, I tried to look up some images, is what I did. Images of a black hole sun. So ancient Samaria and the black sun. So we can see ancient Samaria right here. Look at this. Some of these images and stuff. They got this, these things going on. The Sumerians and stuff like this. You got the, excuse me, this pointing down and stuff. And I'm not one who studies any of this. I'm not. But look at this. Looks kind of like an Anunnaki with some wings on him. Oh, look at that. A sundial calendar. See, all of this is interesting. It really, really is. And, you know, some people say that the Anunnaki are the bad people, but then some people say the Anunnaki are not the bad people, okay? But it's like ancient Samaria and stuff like that. It really is. And Yeah, you are. That's what we're talking about. And here's some of the images of this. Sumer. I've heard of Sumer. Look at this great big heel. No, the Black Sun mythology. Black Sun mythology. I really wasn't aware that there was a Black Sun mythology. Were you all aware that there was a Black Sun mythology? I have heard that there are two suns, and one sun is a black sun. I did hear that. I'd heard that there was a black sun. Okay, I did. But look at all of these images right here. I wonder if there's any spaceships in here and stuff. So really, if the Anunnaki, the ancient Anunnaki, never existed, then why are there stone carvings of them? Why isn't there? Where did they go? Did they go somewhere? Did they fly away in their aircrafts, in their ships and stuff? And some say their ships are called chariots. Did they just fly away? Mesopotamia, black limestone. Look at that, you all. Facts about ancient Egypt, and I guess this is this like a star chart? No, it's not, you all. I don't know how to read any of that stuff. So look at this. Isn't that pretty? It really is the ancient carvings and stuff like that. There's so many, you all. So let me do this. So there is. Let me look over here, you all. Let's look at some more. Let's look at this. So I'm using one more. So these are from the Sumerians invented writing. Okay, the Sumerians invented writing, the cuneiform script, from which they used to use sharp reeds to create wedge-like markings on the clay. There's not very many people who can read cuneiform. There isn't. So let's look at some more of these pictures. We have black Vikings. And, I haven't seen this right here, an Assyrian sun god. But if you look at our own Air Force, this is a symbol of the Air Force. It's like the wings like that. It really is. The wings like that, you all. We've got the Sumerians, the original black civilization. So this is all interesting. This is really all interesting. I like to look at. Too bad we can't go to museums like we used to and look at these. Too bad we can't, but that's okay. That's all right, you all. We looked at that. So on the black sun, the black host sun. So there was a thing that I had open. Let me see if I can find it. If I did not, okay, I didn't. I think I did. I closed it out. I closed out the. No, I didn't. Right here. Let's look at this. The Viril, the black sun, and the Viril. Now, have you heard of the Viril? So let's look over here at this. So the black sun and the Viril Society. This is like a phenomenon. Oh, look at this. So I don't know about this, you all. A wolf age. Let's read this, you all. The phenomenon of the eclipse has, in mythology, been connected with the upcoming end of the world, or a drastic change approaching. John's revelation claims that an eclipse of 3 days will precede the end of the world. Now, this is the first time that I've ever heard that John's revelation said something about an eclipse of 3 days that will precede the end of the world. I've heard about the 3 days of darkness. In fact, ever since my journey started back in June of 2018, which began my 4 years, I've heard people give prophecies of 3 days of darkness or 10 days of darkness ever since then, every 3 months, and it never came yet. So I didn't know that this right here was from the Revelator, John the Revelator, talking about the 3 days and calling it an eclipse. Okay, is what I'm talking about, calling it an eclipse. So 3 days introducing the end of times. This way, the eclipse has taken the role of a herald of doom. After all, who wants to stay around when the 7 sigils are broken? Oh, they must mean seals. Well, that's another name for the seals, is sigils. are broken. The same symbol right here, a same symbol, we can see it right here. Let's look at this, you all. So we want to look at this symbol, and we can read this right here. If I can read it like that, the same symbol right here. So this is the black sun. Can be found as a wall painting at a military bunker from World War II at Hamburg, below the statue of Bismarck. Thus, it was concluded that the symbol of the black sun was incorporated into the idea of some sort of occultist movement ideology during the Third Reich. That's interesting. Although the speculation is somewhat reasonable, I have not been able to find substantial proof for verifying this rumor, since the information about this subject is scarce and shady, and mostly overshadowed by prejudice against the pseudo-occultist activities of the political elite that time, and the SS especially, in case it is mentioned anywhere at all. So I haven't really seen this particular symbol anymore, but it does look like the center of the black sun, just like that. But the sun in the sky, all we see is a big old white thing around it. But it's really interesting. It is to see this like that. And this little narration of what they have found out is a little interesting. Look, yet it might bear some significance possibly that in the Germanic mythology, the wolf Fenris is said to swallow the sun after being released at the beginning of the Wolf Age. The Wolf Age, I've not heard of the Wolf Age. Have you all heard of the Wolf Age? Wow. So this is the first time, I promise you, I've ever heard of the Wolf Age. And the Germanic mythology, the wolf Fenris is said to swallow the sun after being released at the beginning of the Wolf Age, and it causes the sky to darken. So they go on to say, the symbolism of the black sun is the subject to fear for the powers of stasis, since it indicates drastic and terminal change. You know what terminal means? Deadly, end, change. How can it be applied in a sensible way by the Satian, or does it bear positive significance inherently already? You all, oh well, they don't give out notifications of very much lately, but that's okay. You all, you're on here. That's the good thing, and you can always come to this channel and see if you see anything posted. You really can. So look at that. So that's really interesting. The Wolf Age, and we've been talking about this. Why is there a black circle in that sun? So why is there? That's what we've been asking about. Why do we got a black circle, a black hole circle in that sun? And we read the lyrics of the black hole sun. You know what I see right here? I thought I see a cube right there, part of a cube, but I don't. So we read the lyrics of the black hole sun, and we've got that. So what am I supposed to be looking up? The Wolf Age. Have you all heard of the Wolf Age? I don't think they've got it in here. Okay, there's a book called The Black Sun. The Vril Society began around the same time as the Thule Society, which means Brothers of the Light. It's referred to as a luminous lodge. So this group was eventually named the Vril Gesellschaft, as it rose in prominence and united three major societies. So three major societies were united. The Lords of the Black Stone, having emerged from the Teutonic Order in 1917, the Black Knights of the Thule Society, and the Black Sun, later identified as the elite of Heinrich Himmler's SS. That's really interesting, you all. That really is. So it's talking about two planets. So the messages, they got their messages coming from a being from the star of Aldebaran. Do you know this being from the star of Aldebaran? Have you heard of that, you all? The alien gray? So these societies, I wasn't aware of a star Aldebaran. I can't say it. You all really can't say it, but that's okay. So look at this, you all. A half a billion years ago, the Aryans, known as the Elohim. I did not know they were known as the Elohim or the elder race. I didn't know that. I've heard of the Aryans, but and I've heard of the Elohim or the elder race. They began to colonize the solar system as Aldebarans became uninhabitable. Uh-oh, there comes Marduk. Now, we have heard of Marduk as a god. Is it a god or a planet? Yeah. Marduk or Marduk, existing in what is today the asteroid belt, was the first to be colonized, and then Mars. So they colonized that, and then Mars. Wow, so that's really interesting, you all. Look at that. Shambhala. Oh, look, they also, look at this, you all. This is something interesting. An arc teacher, a leader, either an evil, tyrannical sorcerer king or a godlike lord of the world. Oh my goodness. So we got the black sun. We got a golden sun. We've got all of that, you all. Oh, look at these symbols, you all. This is really interesting with all of these symbols, isn't it? Ah, well, you're so very welcome, because I really didn't know what I was going to do tonight. I didn't, since I was busy all day long and I was tired, and I just, boom, I ended up here with the black hole sun. And this stuff right here, and they do have an order of the black sun. They do. They got an order of the black sun, you all. Look at this. The order of the black sun. The black sun, you all. Oh no, they got the Third Reich and the holy relics they sought in their ultimate quest of the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail. You know, like that, what is that show? Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail, something like that, you all. So really, there's so much stuff going on. They got Thrul, they got the Black Sun. I wanted to look at the Wolf Society, you all. Don't let me get to, yeah. I want to look at the Wolf Age. The beginning of the Wolf Age is what I want to look at. The Wolf Age, the beginning of the Wolf Age. Let me put this here, because if you all have not heard of it, you probably have answered in the comment section. But I didn't read the comments. Yeah, let's see if we can find the beginning of the Wolf Age. Ooh. They don't have nothing on it. All they got is wolves. Images of wolves. Wow, this is really interesting. Isn't that strange? There's nothing called the Wolf Age in here. Oh no. White Wolf Wiki. White Wolf Wiki? Do you have anything about the Wolf Age in it? I don't see anything about the, I see a primordial, let's see this. Given the mandate of heaven to rule creation following the primordial war, the exalted fashioned a realm of unsurpassed power and glory from the world's war-ravaged remains. Through the seeds of its downfall were planted in the hearts of all the exalted by the great curse. The old realm would stand for a millennia, and its rulers would shape the future of the exalted world, and at last the secrets of that lost time stand revealed as you adventure as one of that era's exalted masters. The lands of creation sounds like a game, you all. Sometimes you can find information in these. You got Jewel of Creation. I wanted to know about the Wolf Age. I really did, and I haven't found nothing about the Wolf Age. That's what's kind of sad. Is there a Wolf Age? Because they said there was. They did. They said there was a Germanic Look, the Germanic mythology, um, the wolf is said to swallow the sun. That's what it says. The wolf is said to swallow the sun after being released at the beginning of the wolf age in German mythology. In German mythology. So, we have a wolf that's going to swallow the sun. German mythology is, I guess that's what we can write up, German mythology. And the wolf swallowing the sun. Hey, if you live in Germany and you studied in your history classes, did you have mythology about that? Okay, we got it. We got it now, you all think we do. Yes. Oh. So, oh, this is so neat. Look at this. So look at this. Soul. Now that is what the sun is called. I just now had beeps in my ears. Beeps in my ears. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok, Narok, would be the end of more than just the gods and men. The entire world would be destroyed, and two wolves, Skoll and Hati, would ensure that not even the light survived. That does not sound nice at all. They didn't want the light to survive. The enemies faced by the Norse gods took the form of wargs and giant wolves. The most famous was Fenrir's Loki. Loki. Wait a minute. Isn't there a movie about Thor and his hammer and his brother Loki? And now we got a Loki here. And Loki's vicious son would kill Odin and the armies of Valhalla on the day of Ragnarok. So we got Loki killing Odin, the god. The Norse people believed that Fenrir was in strong chains before that day came and his children were not. So Skoll and Hati were a sister and a brother who chased the sun and the moon across the sky. At Ragnarok, I can't say it right, they would finally catch their prey and darkness would come over the ruins of the world, you all. The ruins of the world. Hati and Skoll were two wolves. Let's say Hati, and Skoll were two wolves, brother and sisters, who ran across the sky, chased the moon, and Hati or whoever chased the moon, and he chased the sun. Each of these sources of light was personified by a chariot driving deity. Oh, that's really interesting. A chariot driving deity. Isn't that really interesting? And I'd heard that before. I like mythology, I really do. So created Suni in German and drove the sun while her brother Mani drove the moon. Wow. So they did that, you all. That's what they did. And so as they went across the sky, they got chased by giant wolves every day and every night. They had to race to avoid the capture by the wolves at their heels. And they were not the only ones who threatened the gods. They had monstrous children and stuff, you all. So that's really interesting about that right there. There really is. I didn't know about that mythology, you all. Didn't. But they chased this sun right. Did you think they chased this sun right here with this black hole in it across the sky, and the moon, which is also exceedingly bright? Do you think that they Don't tell me I haven't pushed that button yet. I think I didn't. Yeah, I pushed it now, you all. I pushed it now. I don't think that sun looked like that when it was going across the sky being chased in the mythology. Across the sky, and I don't think the moon looked bright like it looks either being chased across the sky. I really don't think it looked like that, you all. I don't. But there's so much. Oh, this is the Vikings. Look at this. One wiki to rule them all. One wiki to rule them all. Oh, that's the ring. That's the ring. Is what it is. JR token. You know, I really think, what if trees were living? Of course they are living. What if they can talk? They can talk. You know, a donkey talked. I guess anything could talk if it wanted it to. You all, we got the sun setting sail, the awakening of men. We've got all of that, you all. So my question was, why do we got that sun with the black hole in it? Is what I wanted to know. Why did we have it with the black hole in it? Because it was massive. It really was so massive in the sky. And I can't find an image of it right now. I really can't. I'm over here looking at these webcams. I'm trying to get back to a webcam that has the black hole sun in it, and I don't think that I want to be looking way down there at those, because they're a little bit too far away. They really are. So you can go here and look at this stuff in Honolulu. You got it going on too. But what I did take a picture of is that. And why does it have the black hole in the center? Why do all the suns have the black hole? Have they always had a black hole in them? Have they? That's a question I'd like to ask. Have they always had a black hole in them? And why do they got the song? Why do they got the song called the Black Hole Sun? See? Why do they got it? Look at this right here, you all. Why did they want to write a song about it? Now there is a black sun. I think there really is a black sun. Is there a black sun? Let's see about this, you all. We gonna see it? Why the sun won't become a black hole? Well, thank you, NASA. We're so happy that the sun will not become a black hole. I don't want the sun to become a black hole. So look at this. The sun would need to be about 20 times more massive to end its life as a black hole, and stars that are born of this size or larger can explode into a supernova at the end of their lifetimes before collapsing back into a black hole. Well, we got some type of a black hole right there. I don't think it's collapsing. Do you all think it's collapsing and that's why it's got a black hole on it? Or is this not the real sun? Is this a different sun? Is this a teeny tiny black sun? Little teeny tiny like thing up there in the sky, mechanical? It could be, you know. We don't know. What happens to us if there's a black hole where the sun is? Oh, why are they talking about this? Isn't that interesting? Why are they asking these questions? Because if there is not enough material to fall into the black hole, it is a very cold environment around the black hole, and astronomers say that we can only get the same amount of energy from the sun near a black hole that is 1,000 times more massive. All right, so do we got one there? Oh, we got the Nemesis. Yes. Oh, let's look at this, you all. So let's look about this Nemesis theory. We want to hear about the Nemesis theory. We really do. The Nemesis theory is a theoretical second sun in our solar system, a dwarf star named after the Greek goddess of vengeance. In the English vocabulary, the word nemesis has come to mean the downfall or ruin, and surely nothing good can come from a celestial body bearing this moniker. According to one theory, the nemesis will indeed bring about our ruin one day by setting in motion. Well, I might as well get to see the rest of you all by setting in motion, if they'll let us look at it. I don't know if they will. We want to know what they're going to talk about. They want to set it into motion. So this is a sun in our solar system. A Death Star called the Nemesis could one day destroy the Earth. Is there? I think there really is. I really think there is. You all look at this right here. Let me see this. Let me put this back to me for 1 second. 1 second. Let me get this here. Yeah. This is my image of it right here. This is my image of the second sun, the two suns that I first started taking pictures of right here. You can see it right here with my my camera in the very go-get. You can see it. Can you see that, you all? Let me put some bright light on it. See if I can put some light into this. I can put some light in it. You all can see it like that right there. You see this one. This big old bright light bulb, but then over here on the side, and then look, we got this massive, massive orb-like, planet-like thing. This thing's got holes in it right here and here and here. It really does. It's like that. So yeah, you all. That's really what I started off doing is this right here back in June of 2018. Just like that. So it's pretty cool looking, and I don't want to touch the original photo, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But yeah, that's what it is. So they're talking about, is there really a second sun? I think there really is a second sun. I do. And what's interesting about this is this right here is over the edge, slightly over the edge of this massive object right here. That's above it. That's above it right there. Slightly over it in the sky. So, yeah, I took this one with my iPhone. I was obsessed with it. I was so obsessed with taking images of this second sun. And that's when I saw the beings come out of the column of clouds out of the other dimension. The winged beings, the massive winged beings, came right out because I was trying to get those two going through. They were traveling through the clouds, and I was trying to get them. And that's when, boom, out they came from the other dimension. You all, that's exactly how it happened. They came out from the other dimension just like that. Big, giant winged beings with a wingspan of 20 to 30 feet, dressed in black human bodies with reddish orange tips at the bottom of their feathers. Yeah, they got winged feathers. So you look at this. So, look at this. Proponents of the Nemesis Theory say that it happened before, and in fact, every 26 million years, the Earth has had a little problem. Some horrible and mysterious catastrophe brings about a mass extinction, destroying a large percentage of life on the planet and altering the balance of nature. That's what it's doing, altering the balance of nature, you all. So, Nemesis may not have the same power as our sun, and it's not likely to come anywhere near the Earth. That's what they think. So where is it? Look at them. Nobody has ever seen Nemesis, nor has it been located using current technology. Theoretically, this is because Nemesis is a red or brown dwarf, a star with very little brilliance, which explains why it's so hard to detect. It's so hard to detect. Well, we got this red sky. I don't think it's that hard to detect, do you all? Do you think it's that hard to detect? With this sky looking like it looks at sunrise, you all, come on now. No. Come on now, this is, yeah, it's up there in the sky, it really is. Boom. So, but that's okay, you all, that's all right, you all. It is, it's fine. It's fine and dandy. They can think that. Look, you might think it would be easy to spot an extra sun in our solar system, but a dark object out there among millions of other dark, moving celestial bodies is hard to track. No, Nemesis have yet to reveal itself. That's not true, you all. Look at these. We're not going to look at that. No, we're not. So yeah, look, they say they debunked it. No, you did not debunk it. Look at this. In fact, since 1984, when the idea of Nemesis first came to light, researchers have not been able to find hard evidence of the existence of such a star as our sun. Aw, really? Do they want us to believe that? We got to find out when that article was written, you all. We do. Let me shrink it down. Oh, look at this. February the 26th of 2021. Didn't we just read, I think it was a few days ago that we even stumbled upon NASA and the 12th planet, Planet X. Yeah. So look, didn't we just read that? We did. Look at this. In 2002, look, the 12th planet of Nibiru physically entered our solar system. In 2002, it physically entered our solar system, falling in line with Stitchin's 12th planet dialogue. After entering in 2002, Nibiru went on to influence the orbits of the planets in our system, changing their axes and poles along the way, you all. So look, now NASA calls it the 10th planet. 100%. We are 100% confident that this is the first object bigger than Pluto ever found in our solar system. The new planet circled in white. Okay, look at this. They find another planet, Xena. Planetoid Xena. So yeah, they got it. NASA warns Planet X is headed straight for Earth. 20 things you should know about that. Nibiru Planet X is the 12th planet, briefly stated by Zechariah Stitchin. It was central to the Anunnaki, ancient alien cosmology for the entire duration they were on the Earth, constructing the Earth civilization. Okay. Yeah, so look at that, you all. So look at this. Nibiru, Planet X, Nemesis, the Destroyer, Wormwood, Herculubus, I can't say it, Comet Typhoon, visible in 2022. Is it real? Does it take it 36 years to complete? As you can imagine, the effects of a planet would be big trouble for Earth. So yeah, there's something out there, you all. We've got a red sky. We got a red sky. We really do, and it's makes for pretty sunsets, but it's kind of scary. It really is scary at times, to say the least. We've got that, and for some strange reason, we also got a sun that has a black hole in it, and when it goes over the mountains, you can still see it when it goes behind the mountain, except when the black center goes below it, then you can't see that whole sun anymore. So this is not a solid sun up there in the sky. It's not. So we have to ask ourselves, why does it have a black hole? And why does it have to be so bright that we cannot even look at it? And they've warned us since we were little, don't stare at the sun. They told us don't stare at the sun. You'll damage your eyes. You can't be looking at the sun. It causes permanent eye damage. They told us that, and they're making it so bright that if you do look at the sun, you're going to get some eye damage, and you ain't going to be able to see for quite a while. You're not. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. So there's a lot going on with the black hole sun. They even wrote a song about it because it's very, very popular. The black hole sun and the black sun, and there's a society about it. And it was also associated with the Anunnaki, and we got this Nibiru system, the Destroyer, the Wormwood, the Herculubus, or whatever, however you say it, with the Zechariah Stitchin stuff, what they don't like to talk about him. But yeah, they got a lot going on. There's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of people who are very schooled in all the various avenues of Nibiru. Okay, there is. I'm not one of them. I can speak about it, but I have no in-depth knowledge at all. Just surface. Yeah. So I want to thank you all for coming on here. I really do. And thank you, moderators, for being on here, every single one of you all. And thank you for your comments, because this is an intriguing question. We should ask, why does the sun have a black circle? Why has it got a black hole on it? Okay, and what's up with the black hole sun? Okay, and all the other stuff associated with it. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. And thank you again for coming on here. And it's interesting to learn. It really is. It's a lot better than watching the news. It is. And it's not too negative at all. And it's kind of peaceful and relaxing. It really is. And it's nice having people like you on here, friends like you all from all around the world, because I love people. And you all love people too, and you love peace and love. So that's great. It makes for wonderful company. It really does, you all. So have a wonderful evening. Love you.